All right, guys, let's go ahead and get this started. Once again, Martin, Fuel to Live Warner here. Again, I am super, super excited to be the one to present this information to you. What I'm going to ask that you guys do is that you just go ahead and mute your mics. Mute your mics. I don't need any help with this information. But if you do have any questions while I'm going, right, I'll go ahead and invite you to go ahead and interrupt. If you have any questions while I'm talking, go ahead and ask your question. But I'm going to ask you right now to mute your line. As a matter of fact, let me help some of you guys out because I know you probably can't find that button. All right. But if you have any questions while we're going, just feel free to unmute yourself and ask whatever question you have. All right. I won't be long at all, but I will be strong. The goal is to give you guys about 10 minutes of introduction as far as how you can learn this information for yourself, and then provide you with 15 minutes of value. Basically, we're going to look at the charts together, and then we're going to talk about how you can make $1,000 by Friday. All right. This is super, super powerful information. I do want you to take this heart attack serious. All right. Because if you treat what we do like a hobby, it's going to pay you like one. All right. So we definitely want to take this serious. So that being said, hopefully I can do this. I'm going to attempt to share my screen because I'm sharing a couple of things at the same time. All right. Awesome. Like it's going to be cool. All right. Real quick, if someone can just unmute themselves and say, hey, I can see it, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you good, bro. Yeah, you good,
bro. Perfect. 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 So right now we're looking at the Australian dollar against the US dollar. And for my guest on the line, what that means is that we're looking at a currency pair, because that's what we do. Now, I know right now this chart looks like gibberish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this up. I'm going to put all the same markings back on there, and it's going to make sense the second time. Okay, so let's clear all that off just like that. Move this to the side like that. Okay, awesome. So again, we're looking at the Australian dollar against the US dollar. That's what we call a currency pair. Okay, we're also looking on the day chart. The day chart means that every last one of these little marks you see here, which we call candlesticks, right? I'm just going to point at one real quick. Right? Every last one of these, we call these candlesticks. Okay? When I'm on the day chart, that means it takes a whole day for one of these to complete forming. Okay? This market, this Forex market, which is short for the foreign exchange market, is 24 hours, 7 days a week. That means that you can literally have your money growing for you 24/7. If you've ever heard of Warren Buffett, he's one of the richest people in the world. He says, if you don't find a way to have your money working for you 24/7, if you don't find a way to have your money working for you while you sleep, you'll be working until you're dead. So I'm so excited to share this information with you because, again, I made a decision 17 months ago to pay $217 to learn a skill that's going to pay me for the rest of my life. Right? So somebody on this call, somebody on this Facebook Live, you've been praying for a blessing. And here's one. All right, here's one. If you've ever heard the definition of poor, P-O-O-R, that's passing over opportunities repeatedly. All right, so you've been praying for a blessing. Hopefully you don't pass over this opportunity, because with this opportunity, we literally just get paid to color, right? I don't have to talk to a soul. I don't have to sell any products. I don't have to do anything. I'm literally sitting on my couch right now, getting ready to share with you guys what I've learned over the last 17 months to help you guys make some money by Friday. And if that's okay, just unmute yourself, say, yeah, that's okay.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's definitely okay.
Perfect. Perfect. So this is amazing. This is really amazing. Let me tell you why it's amazing. Because once you learn how to trade your money, right, you can stop trading your time. Right? Because anybody can agree there's only 24 hours in a day. So there's only but so much time that you can trade for money. I don't care how much money you make. If you're getting paid salary, you're getting paid hourly, your money is limited. There's always a limit, right? So if you get paid $100 an hour, there's only 24 hours in a day. Some of those hours you have to sleep, right? So your money is always limited. When you can grow your money in a $7 trillion market, like we're doing right here, right now, you literally can have your money working for you, so you don't have to work for it. All right. So that being said, we're on a day chart. And while I'm talking about how I learned this, I'm going to be doing this strategy called the 1-2-3 FYB. All right, that stands for 1-2-3 fire your boss. Because you literally just got about 3 steps and you learn this skill, you can fire your boss. Some of you guys already have goals set, right? You're firing your boss by June. Some of you guys are saying this is the last year you ever work a job. Well, I guarantee you, if you learn this skill, this will be the last year you ever work a job. To give you a little bit about myself, if you don't know who I am, all right, originally from New York. I live in Atlanta right now. I'm 30 years old, just turned 30 in November. I've been retired for a little over a year now, right? It's really, really exciting. I'm not one to brag on the results that I have done, but I will brag all day long on the results of my team. And my team is so strong, guys. My team is so strong. Let me tell you what excites me about my team. The fact that in the last 17 months, my team and I have helped over 70 people make 6 figures just from coloring up the charts like I'm getting ready to do with you guys right now. And that's so powerful. Guys, if you don't mind, just make sure your line is muted. Even if you think your line is muted, just double check. Please be coachable and mute your line. That'd be amazing. All right. So over 70 people have made 6 figures from their phone, not talking to a soul, not selling any products, probably didn't even have to leave their home. Okay. Over 800 people made over $50,000 in that same amount of time. Right? I want you to know that only 3 to 5% of the world ever see 6 figures. So this is really, really phenomenal what we're doing. And I'm really grateful that I made a decision, right? Because that's one of the first things that I changed when I left my corporate job is I changed the voices that I listen to. So I'm just super grateful that I made a decision to change the voices I listen to so I can start getting different results. Right? I'm just marking up this. If you're following along with me, I'm on tradingview.com. Right? I'm on a day chart. We're all the way back to January 29th, 2018. And I'm just going to mark that high. I'm just going to take it to that low right there. I'm going to take it right to where price is. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to this low. And normally you don't have to do this. As a matter of fact, you don't have to do this at all. I'm just doing it because I can see this long wick. And if you don't know what a wick is, guys, I'm going to point it out for you. This is a wick, just like a real candlestick. Here's the body of the wick, right? And the body ends, the body of this wick ends right here. But if you notice, this wick keeps going. What that means is we can see just from looking at this chart how far price has been. When I say price, I mean Australian dollar against the US dollar. Here are the prices on the side. We can see how far the price has been. It's been all the way down here, right? So just by looking at this wick, I said, man, that wick went all the way down here. Well, guess what? I want that. So I'm just going to mark that. It might matter to me later. It might not. Let me just clean this up real quick, guys. So this is really, really amazing. So how did I learn this information? Well, I learned from a platform called iMarkets Live Academy, right? IML Academy. In this academy, they literally have a bunch of videos that average anywhere from about 8 to 15 minutes a piece. And these videos are actually teaching you how to multiply your money from your phone. Right? And by the way, if you haven't heard of the new money app, the money app is called Meta Trader 4. You can find that in your app store. You can find that in the Google Play Store. If you have an Android, Meta Trader 4. I encourage you to download that app right away so you can start learning how to grow your money from it. You know, they say 80% of most of our phone conversations are not constructive, right? We're talking about power. We're talking about Cardi B. We're talking about LeBron, right? We're even inviting people to watch shows and all kind of stuff, but you're not getting paid for it. So this is really important that if you actually took your phone and did something constructive and got paid for it, right? So now that I mark my uptrends and my downtrend on the day, I'm down to the 4 hour. We already talked about that. On the 4 hour, that means it takes 4 hours for each one of these little candlesticks to form. So every 4 hours, another one forms. Okay? So we're on a 4 hour chart. And I'm just going to start marking my support and resistance, which is just another name for I'm going to mark my highs and my lows. That's it. I'm going to change my color here. I'm going to make it orange. So this is a high point, guys. How do I know it's a high point? Well, the market is made up of mountain peaks and mountain valleys, right? The market goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down. right? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. So guess what? This was up and it went down since. So this is a high point. I'm just going to mark that just like that, right? I'm going to click my tool on the side again. This time I'm going to mark a low point. And I'm going to go with this low point right here. I'm not going to take the whole wick. I'm going to stop at the body. I'm just going to mark that. Boom. Just like that. Super simple. Guys, we literally get paid to color, right? We get paid to color. So as I mentioned before, Forex is a $7 trillion a day market. It's open 24/7, okay? And the reason why you want to learn this is because some people like to wake up when they're done sleeping. So I think it's a lot of power to have. Let me switch my color. I think it's a lot of power to have when you can just wake up when you're done sleeping, right? So some people like to wake up when they're done sleeping. Some people want to be able to make money from the house, from the couch, from the beach. Because guys, you can access this market from any device. Yes, I'm using my laptop, but you can use your iPhone. You can use your Android. You can use a tablet. You can use an iPad. Anywhere that your phone has Wi-Fi, you can connect to this market and you could be growing your money. This is so important. All right. So guess what? How much time does it take? Because a lot of people like to ask, how long does it take to learn, right? Or how hard is it? Well, first of all, as long as you have 30 minutes to 2 hours a day, you could be making money, significant money, in about 2 weeks. Now, I want to say you don't want to rush this process, right? You don't want to rush this process. You want to take this heart attack serious, like I said before, right? Just marking this high right here. Just marking this high, right? And I'm going to switch to the lows. I'm going to get some more lows. So we got this low. I got this low. Let's mark another low, because all I'm doing, guys, is just marking up the range where the market wants to stay in. Okay? So we got this low. Looks like a lot of traffic was happening in this area. So I'm going to mark this low right here. And notice that this was a low back in January 22nd, right? This was a low. But when we go forward, look, it became a high, right? Because the market bounced off of this white line and went right here. It became a high. Became a low again right here, right? This is really, really cool. This is really, really cool. And I'm going to go ahead and mark this last low right here too. Because when I mark this, notice it gives me all of this traffic right here. See that? See that? See how the market keeps respecting these lines that I put down? That's it. So I just marked up my support and my resistance on my 4-hour chart. I'm just going to jump down to the 1 hour. Let's just see what it looks like. All right, we just want to do our final looks at how it's looking around the support and resistance. And why do I do this, right? Why do I do this? Well, the whole point of this is so I can trap the range of markets. All right, what do I mean by that? Well, if you notice, price was going all the way down here, and it respected this line. Okay? Then the market started to go up. It started heading towards this ceiling again when it came back and respected this line again. This is so important. So guys, I mark up these lines because I say, you know what? The last time it went here to this line, it went all the way to this area. So the next time it goes to this line, we enter in what we call as a buy, meaning we expect the market to go up, and we would set a take profit right at this area, and you would have made money. It's so powerful, right? So why I decided to mark up, remember I marked up that way down here? I mark it up because a lot of times they just have their relevances, right? They have their significances. So I went to this low line, I marked all the way to price, and look at this. Look how this is just, I mean, you just can't plan this stuff. Look how this red line I put here, that market respected that line. Look at that. Right? Come on. So again, this is how we get paid to color. The really cool thing about Forex, guys, is you can make money whether the market is going up or down. Okay? So I like to bring that up because I'm going to jump into 30-minute, then we're going to look at Bitcoin, right? We're going to look at some cryptocurrency. Reason why we jump back into the 30-minute is because we want to see our final looks before we decide to jump in the market. Now, looking at this market like it's getting ready to sell, meaning this market is getting ready to go down. Now, you can take profit at a couple zones. You can take profit at this area right here, right? Why do I say that? Because this is a resistance zone, some traffic here. So it's very possible that the market may hang up in this zone. Okay, you can take it all the way down to right here, because once again, this is another support zone. Okay, or we can go a little bit lower to where this wick really stretched out. I say this zone because you see this wick right here really stretched. So this one, it really stretched. And then also these candlesticks, all in that same zone. So this would be a good zone to have another take profit as well. Right? So looking at this, why do I say this market's going to go down? There's a couple of reasons. One, every time this market comes to this line, it works its way down. It's just so powerful. Right? Look, market goes to this line, it went down. It went to this line, it went down. It went to this line. So what happens in the past, guys, it's one of the things we learn, history repeats itself. So this market went all the way to this line right here and came down. Now it's working its way back up, and look at that. Remember my trend line that I set? Wow, you just can't make this up. This is my trend line that I set up from the day frame. Okay? It went all the way down here. And now we're testing. Now we're testing that zone. So you could either wait, right? You could wait for this market to potentially break this area and come back in, or you could sell now. You want to trade at your own risk if you can handle a little bit of retracement. You can handle this market going up before it comes down. This is so powerful. But real quick, let me look at Bitcoin. And if you've never heard of Bitcoin, Bitcoin is one of 2,000 digital currencies. Now, a lot of people who are not educated with cryptocurrency, they like to say, oh, it's too late to invest in this market. It's too late. Well, guys, that's why it's important to know how to trade. All right? Because guess what? Unlike stocks, which is $30 billion a day, which is a lot of money. Again, in Forex, guys, we make money whether the market goes up or whether the market goes down. We don't really care what it does. We just want it to move. Right? So this is so important because at one point, Bitcoin was as low as, what we got? Let's say $961. You guys see that on the right side there? Just say I can see it if you can see that.
I can see it.
Perfect. Bitcoin was $961 for one coin, right? And then December of 2017, right? You guys see this date right here. One Bitcoin went all the way up to 20 grand. It was $20,000 for one coin. So if you go even further back, there was a time period where Bitcoin, look at, was less than 10 bucks. Look at this. This is crazy, right? And then it went all the way up to $20,000 for one coin. So some people, that's when they see this, they say, oh man, it's too late. It's too late. You can't jump in this market, right? You can't make money from this. And wrong. When you trade currency, you enter as a sell, you make money this whole way down.
So I got to cut up that stuff too.
Hey, Mary T, if you don't mind, if you could just be coachable, make sure you mute your line. That'd be amazing, please. So you can make money this whole way down, right? So this is super important. This is super important because that way, once again, when I change the voices I listen to, right, I stopped asking people who didn't know how to swim, how to dive, right? When I change the voices I listen to, I stopped asking my broke friends how to get rich. When I change the voices I listen to, I stop asking people who don't know about things that I'm interested in. It just doesn't make sense, right? So this is amazing. So even though Bitcoin has dropped so low, it's down to 3,800 bucks now. It was as high as 20 grand. It's down to 3,800 bucks. This market is going back up. I'm telling you right now. This market is going back up, and this market is going to probably shoot up, and within the next 90 days, it's going to shoot way up, right? Because what goes down must come up, and what comes up must come down. All right. This is really cool because I'm telling you, there's so many different ways to learn this. Again, you can watch a bunch of 8 to 15 minute videos, Okay. You can actually plug in with live traders like you guys are plugged in with me right now using IML TV, another one of our products. And guess what? If for some reason you don't have 30 minutes to 2 hours a day to learn, or maybe an hour every other day, right? 10 hours a week. It's funny how we can find 40 hours to work for somebody else and still not have $1,000 in our bank account every 2 weeks. Because if you didn't know, 73% of people who only work a job don't have $1,000 in their bank account unless it's payday or tax return. So it's interesting how we can find 40 hours to go work for someone else for 40 years, right? Or for 10 years or for 5 years and not have enough money in your bank account to survive 30 days, right? Like when the government shut down. The government shut down. You had a bunch of TSA employees that were facing eviction, right? Some of these employees probably been working a job for 10 years, 5 years, 4 years. So imagine working a job for 5 years and not being able to survive 30 days with no pay. So when people ask me if what I do is hard, I tell them that's hard. Hard is working for 40 years, expecting to retire. And I know how many people on this call know somebody who's 65 years old still working a job. Just say I do if that's you.
I do.
A whole lot of people.
Right. Right.
Like I do.
That's a scam. Right? People look at what we're doing and say this is a scam. And scam stands for still confused about money. So that's a scam. This is important. This is important. So it looks like Bitcoin is consolidating a little bit on the 4 hour, which means it's getting ready to make a move. It's getting ready to break out. Me personally, I don't like to trade in consolidation. For my guest on the call, consolidation means, let me switch to my regular candles. Consolidation means that the market is not really going up or down, it's going sideways, right? I don't like to trade in consolidation just like you see it consolidating here. I like to see some movement. So personally, I'd be marking this up, but I'd really be waiting for some action, if that makes sense. All right.
I got a question.
Yeah, absolutely. Terrell, go ahead.
So, like, how much do you have to have in like your trading account in order to trade Bitcoin?
Dude, that's a great question. So one, you can start an account with as little as $10, right? You can start an account with as little as $10. I suggest that anybody who's learning how to trade, you want to start anywhere with $100 to $300 is a great sweet spot. That's a great sweet spot because that way you can handle the pullbacks. When I say pullback, this is a pullback right here, right? So the market shot down. This would be considered your pullback, right? So the market shot down and then it pulls back and then it comes back down again. Like basically, this market is getting ready to hit this. So it just tested this resistance, right? That's what just happened. Just tested this. So here's what's about to happen. Bam. It's going to this line. Bam, bam. Okay. But as far as how much money you want to have in your account trading Bitcoin, $100 is the perfect amount to start with, right? $100. And then you want to manage your risk. So what do I mean? For the guest on the call, risk means that, yes, you can lose money in this market. How do you lose money? If you're expecting the market to go up and the market goes down, you lose money. If you're expecting the market to go down and the market goes up, you lose money. That's why you want to stay plugged into our world famous WhatsApp group, where once again, you don't have the time to be doing this yourself. You can leverage a bunch of other people who are doing it for you, right? We have a bunch of people who spend, whether it's all day or they find their time, they schedule their success, right? So they put it in their calendar when they're going to be looking at the market. And while they're doing all this coloring, like I just did for you, they just do all this coloring. They put the information in the WhatsApp group, and all you have to do is check your group 2 to 3 times a day, and you have an opportunity to make money, right?
So you're telling me that we can also earn money while we're still learning?
Wow, Terrell, you just sound like you're just about to go from A to P in a very short period of time. That's absolutely right. Yes, we like to encourage everyone to learn, right? Because we know that once you take that L off, then you can earn. So we want you to learn this skill because once you learn this, no one can take it from you, right? But yes, while you're learning this skill, you can be earning. So whether it's you're leveraging your group, whether it's you're leveraging people like myself doing live calls for you where we can trade together, or whether you use one of our tools. Another tool that we have is called Swipe Trades. Swipe Trades, you have alerts literally coming to your phone And all you have to do is copy and paste the information. If you can copy information from one app to another one, you can be making money. Right? I mean, this is so powerful. This is so powerful. So that being said, yes, you can learn while you're earning. All right. But what I want to do real quick is I just want to open it up for some quick Q&A. Right? Because I just finished talking a whole bunch there. And I don't know if anyone has any questions. In the meantime, I'm just going to pull up this app. I want to pull up this app that I was telling you guys about, both the Money app, and I want to show you WhatsApp. I want to show you how powerful our group is, how solid our group is, right? So let's switch to the phone real quick. And that being said, guys, if you have any questions, no question is a stupid question, all right? No question is a stupid question. If you have any questions, I encourage you to ask now. Let's see. AUD, CUD. Let's look at that Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar, because this market is about to drop. So
is it okay if I refer this to my family or my friends or maybe people that I might know that needs an extra another source of income?
Yeah, man, that's 100% up to you. That's 100% up to you. I mean, you know, you look at someone like myself. I love helping people. You know, I learned that from my last career. You know, I used to work in the automotive industry, right? I was the type of person that, you know, anytime your car had a check engine light on or you had an issue, you brought your BMW or you brought your Porsche to me, and I would send that car down to the shop to a group of technicians who would make it right for you. And what I realized when I was doing that, Terrell, is that when people came in and they were unhappy, right? Because a lot of times people hated my guts and they never even met me before, right? Just because they spent $120,000 on their car and it has a light on, they hate me, right? So I'm the enemy walking in the door. But if I can get you to smile before you left my business, I was happy, dude. I loved it. And now I have a customer for life. But if you came in upset and you left upset, bro, it used to hurt me. I'm talking about, you know, I used to go home and pour up a bottle. Like, I'm like, man, what could I have done different? How can I have gotten that person to smile? So after I left the corporate world, I realized, man, I love helping people. Something about helping people and helping people see value in things, it fuels me, which is how I came up with Fuel to Live. So that being said, yes, man, that's 100% up to you if you want to share it with people. The cool thing is you could share it with people just out of the kindness of your heart. You can do what I'm doing right now, right? And just literally teach people this skill and don't charge them a dime like this. Like right now, I'm showing you guys this for free, right? I'm doing this from my phone. Or the cool thing about it, if you want to double whammy it, you could literally share this with others. And if you wanted to, iMarkets Live will pay you.
No way.
Dude, they will pay you. This is amazing. And how that works real quick, because not everybody cares about that stuff, right? But how it works real quick is you share it with 3 people. You become an IBO. The company pays you $150 a month, right? I know $150 is not a lot of money, but if you work a job, $150 is missing from your check, I'm sure you notice it, right? So $150 a month. You share it with 12 people, or maybe the 3 people that you shared it with, maybe they go out and share it with some folks. However it happens, when your 3 turns to 12, they pay you $600 a month. When you're 12, and that's a car note. That's a car note for some people. That's 2 car notes for some people, right? This is
so
how.
just sharing. So you're telling me just sharing this opportunity with people that might want to learn this skill set, the company will actually pay me.
Oh my God. Dude, that is absolutely right. That is absolutely right, man. You get paid for every yes that you get. Yes, sir. And this goes well into the annual income monthly. But I don't like to go too high on that kind of stuff. Some people hear that and it makes them feel funny. Like some people can't talk about money, right? They just can't talk about money. But yes, man, it's really amazing. So share it with 12. They pay you $600 a month. When your 12 becomes 30, they pay you $1,000 a month. When your 30 becomes 75, they pay you $2,000 a month, and it keeps going from there. It keeps going from there. So you have an infinite income potential, whether you're trading this, right? Whether you're just trading in the market or whether you're sharing this opportunity with others, you have unlimited income opportunity. Because I don't know about you, Terrell, but I don't like anybody putting a cap on my money. And that's one of the things that happened when I was in the automotive industry. We had what we call pay plans. right? So they would change the pay plan. Once you milk that plan, right? Because I'm somebody who I've been six figures since I was 20 years old. I bought my house at 22, and I'm not saying that to brag, because even though I was making six figures, just like 73% of Americans, right, or 73% of people who only work a job, every 2 weeks, bro, my bank account still looked like gas prices and overdraft fees, right? So I'm not saying this to brag, because when the first time I made six figures, I had no clue what to do with money. No clue, right? But as someone who's already been introduced to this money and had to change the voices I listen to so I can start turning 10 cents to $1,000 in a week from the same market that we're looking at right now, it's completely changed my life. Completely changed my life. All right, so this market looks like it might already be heading down. This is the same AUD, CAD we were just looking at, Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. Looks like it's already starting to head down because, again, it's in this, let me just go to this, it's in this resistance area. If you guys can see that, it's in this resistance area. It's testing this resistance, right? The next thing we're going to see it do is break this trend line, this red trend line. We see this thing break this line, it's shmoney time. All in. All in.
So 90% of this is basically visual.
Dude, that's 100% right. You know, 90% of this is visual. Right? That's why people have to see this. You could talk about this all day long, but if you don't see what we're talking about, it's just going to be Chinese math. Right?
Wow.
Right.
So
absolutely.
you don't really have to like be like the smartest needle on the pack to learn this skill set.
I'm glad you asked that because, you know, the education is on an 8th grade reading level. It's on an 8th grade reading level. So, no, you don't have to be smart. As a matter of fact, I don't consider myself too smart, right? I'm not the dumbest in the bunch, but I'm not the smartest person out there, you know? So, no, you don't have to be smart. You just have to be coachable, and you just have to be willing to change your circumstances or enhance them, right? But I'm in a WhatsApp group right now to give you guys some insight on this app I was talking about. So we got somebody here, one of our great leaders. His name is Mark Fair. All right, Mark Fair has been killing it on gold because you can trade gold too. You can trade precious metals. He's just been killing the game on gold. So what he just did, if you notice right here, it says buy now on gold. And look what he did. This is why my team is so amazing. He says, please exercise proper risk management. Because guys, it's not gambling when you know. Right? It's not gambling when you know. But even though you know exactly what's going to happen, you still want to make sure you manage your money properly. Okay? And he says that because, again, you can enter this market with as little as 10 cents or as much as you want. Right? So this kudos to Mark, just always giving value to the team. But there's several people. Here's another person. You know, I don't want to really share their phone number, so hopefully nobody's extra. But this person is in another trade right here, and they're just saying, hey, I just sold in this particular market. Right? So this is so awesome. So this person asked, they said, hey, what's your stop loss and your take profit to another one of our leaders in the group? So what he did was he just went in the same app I was just showing you guys, and he just shared his stop loss and take profit, meaning his stop loss is where the market is going to take him out the trade if it goes the wrong way. And the take profit is if it goes the correct way, if it does exactly what he expects it to do, while he's riding in the back of an Uber, while he's working his day job, while he's hanging out with the kids and he's not looking at his phone, when it hits that coordinate, it takes him out the trade and pays him. This is so powerful. So this is a little glimpse of our private group where we send signals, we provide inspiration to one another, and we literally just help each other grow. All right. So that being said, guys, do we have any more questions? I don't want to overcook the grits. The goal was to be strong, not long. Do we have any questions, any concerns? Do we have any questions about trading? Any questions about building the business? Anything?
Marquise, I actually got a question. So if I was to get plugged in today, I would actually have like a whole team. I'll be able to. They'll be like giving me tips as a beginner.
Absolutely, absolutely. So not only can you do your own due diligence and learn it from the academy or learn from IML TV with live traders, not only can you do that, but yes, you can also leverage your group. See, in the market, we're teaching you how to leverage your money, put your money to work so you don't have to. When you're building a business, we just show you how to leverage people. So yes, sir, we will support you. Any other questions? That was a great question. Any other questions, concerns, takeaways, anything?
I just want to say thank you for the information. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate your appreciation. And listen, 90% is showing up. So I'm just glad that you showed up. And I'm really, I tell you, I'm really excited about this information. I love this. I mean, to be able to be on the beach and pull your phone out and your phone says you have LTE and you could put your thumbs to work, the same thumbs that you text with, we could put that thumb to work and make some money? Come on, man. This is the future.
Crazy.
This is the future.
The technology is evolving every day, so why not?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is crazy, right? So other than that, do you have any other questions? Well, perfect. Look, for my guest on the call, make sure you get back with the person that invited you to this call, all right? Make sure you get your questions answered, because let me tell you, there's two types of people in the world. There's people who know, and there's people who don't. What you do with the information once you quote unquote know really determines how your future unfolds. But there's three types of people on this call right now. The A type, the whole time I was talking, you were having a conversation with yourself like, yo, this is stupid. This is a scam. This is crazy. Nobody's winning. He says 70 people made 6 figures in the last 17 months. He's a liar. I don't even know why you wasted your time and stayed on this call this long, right? The B type just had a couple of questions. They're a little skeptic at first. Right? But then they heard things like, what, I can copy and paste and make money, right? Or maybe they heard about our WhatsApp group and realized they can leverage other people. They know that they're doing this for themselves, but they're not by themselves. They just heard something. It sparked something. Once they get their questions answered, they're ready to get started, right? And then the C type. The C type was like, dude, once you said it was $7 trillion a day and I can access from my phone, you have your $200. You're ready to get started right now. So get back with the person that invited you to this call. Make sure you let them know.
Should I say something?
If you have any questions, make sure you get them answered. And I will see you at the bank of the beach. But Marge, you said you had a question. Yes, please go ahead.
No. I just wanted to. Can I share something?
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. The mic is yours.
So, hi, my name is Margarita. I just want to share my husband. I joined last week in August, and my husband is a banker. He's been working in the bank for 10 years. And when I joined the business, he said it's a scam. Stay away from this company. There's no way you can make money. You have to go to Georgia State University in order to learn how to trade. To make a long story short, I started trading. I showed him what I was doing, and he became a customer. He signed up as a customer. And it's insane that a man who's been working in Chase Bank, in Wells Fargo's bank, in BB&T Bank, had no knowledge that you can take a dime and grow it to freaking $50 in a matter of 30 minutes.
Wow.
And take the money out the same day. So I just wanted to share that this is the best thing that has ever happened to me, because I have been working since the age of 14 so hard, and I wish I can't look in my rearview mirror, but I wish I would have known about this sooner. I wish my parents would have known, and I feel as if I am going to break the poverty cycle in my family. Like my children are going to be that my kids are they're gonna be set. You know what I'm saying? Poverty cycle broken. Like, that's all I wanted to say.
That's so powerful. I really, really appreciate that. And you said a couple of things. Let me hit on before we run. You said 2 major things. One, something like going to Georgia State and learn this information, because you can learn this from Georgia State. If you want to learn how to make money on Wall Street from Georgia State, you're gonna pay $30,000. You're gonna go to school for 4 years, right? When we literally have over 70 people who've made 6 figures in 17 months or less, because we had 50 of those people who did it in 10 months, right? So this is powerful. And on top of that, you talk about the banks. Yes, it's very interesting that someone who works for the bank didn't know this, because that's what the banks are doing with your money. If you didn't know that, that's why when you deposit a check, they tell you give them 7 days before your money's ready, because they got to flip that money. They have to make more money, quadruple it, right? And then put your money back And at the end of 12 months, give you 0.0001% interest on that. That's so powerful. That's a scam. All right, because nobody should be making more money on your money than you. But that being said, guys, I love you. I love the guests on the call. I love my members who are on the call who gave so much value. Listen to this. I will see you at the banks and the beaches of the world. I will see you at the top or from the top, but the bottom is way too crowded. All right, you guys be blessed. Take care. And see you all there. Peace. So that's how we do it, Facebook Live. Listen, I'm really excited for those of you who joined this, who listened in, because this information is literally changing lives across the board. All right. Every day that you're not in, you are missing money. This is so important. Every day that you're not trading, you are losing money. So that being said, guys, I love you all. I want you all to stay blessed. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you got value, and I will see you at the banks or the beaches of the world. Peace.